What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. And in today's video, I'm gonna discuss something that's actually pretty good about the DLC. Yeah, let's go. Alright guys, so the DLC. Now, I did a video the other day or the same day that the DLC released talking about how the DLC is broken. And guys, I stand by that. If you go check that video out, you'll see what I mean by broken. Doesn't mean that the DLC is not fun. Doesn't mean that it's not bad. There's always good and bad to everything. And with the DLC, it has its bad points. It has its good points. First of all, people, talking about how short it is. Guys, I told y'all early on, it is an episode. It is going to be short. It's an episode. I told you not to expect anything very much in depth and stuff like that. And it is broken. But I mean by broken is DLC should enhance the in-game content. This does not do that. I mean, yeah, you unlock Super Saiyan God and you're able to use it, but there's really nobody to use Super Saiyan God against. Even the villainous enemies, you know, you can fight Beerus, but you know what I'm saying? And the beauty of Dragon Ball and Kakarot is that, yeah, it's realistic. Like, yeah, if you're strong, you're strong. And I like that. Don't get me wrong. But I also want to be able to have a challenge when I want a challenge. You see what I'm saying? But this is a positive video because, guys, I'm playing this DLC and I'm fighting Beerus. I'm fighting Whis. Beerus is done, in my opinion. I wish they had have done the other bosses like they did Beerus. Now, Beerus does a lot of key blasts, like he does. And that's okay with me because I like how they did it. You have to find a way around it. I love that because not all the bosses are like that. And the beauty in it is, like, when you're playing with Vegeta, fighting Beerus feels completely different than when you're fighting with Goku. And the reason why is because everybody knows those big purple orbs, not the ones that you see now. The big purple orbs that track you, the ones that you can't block. Actually, yeah, you can block them. He'll do it where he shoots 4 of them. You can block those, 4 of them ain't gonna hurt you. But then there's a time where he has like 10, 12 of them, and he fires all of them at you. If you block them, you're gonna get your stamina broken, and you are gonna get wrecked by those blasts. Also, he does it where he'll do 4 of them, but he'll fire the Hakai before that. And you can't, you know, when you're playing with Vegeta, guys, a pro tip, use the final flash to kind of get rid of them. If you're playing with Goku, use the Guy Kamehameha and hold down the button, because if you do, it'll continually fire. It uses your ki, but the beautiful thing is you can move it around. So you can literally, like, it's almost like a laser beam, and you're just knocking those purple blasts out of the way. So if you're having trouble with Beerus, use that pro tip with Goku. Use that pro tip with Vegeta. That scene that we just saw, guys, I would have liked them to make that a staple for the powerful transformations like that. If I finish an opponent with that move, I want that cutscene. That is so dope, and I wouldn't get tired of seeing it. But the way that Beerus is set up, I look at that and I wonder, why didn't they do this with the other bosses in the game? And I really hope that they do this with the bosses going forward. Even Whis, because, and I know it's a learning experience, guys, because it's, you know, if you play Destiny, you know that they study how you play the game. Even in Kakarot, it may be an offline game, but there's a section at the bottom where it sends your info, basically how you play the game, to Bandai Namco, so they can probably tell what attacks are being used the most. They can tell, you know, what parts of the game are being played the most and stuff like that. They get that information. The beautiful part of it is, like, with Whis and Beerus, they have attacks now that kind of counter. Like, you can't just, I mean, you can teleport and skip, all like that, but it's not as easy because they both have attacks in their arsenal that can get around that if you're not careful. It's random. Beerus is random. Yes, he has some predictable attacks, but I notice, like, every time you play Beerus, it's not the exact same fight every time. Like, when you fight Raditz, when you fight Nappa, Vegeta, when you fight the other bosses in the game, there's a pattern. There is a very predictable pattern. Whenever they charge up, they're finna do one or two things. With Beerus and Whis, it's not like that. I mean, yeah, they have a few more moves to do, but it's completely random. They don't start the fight the same. When they go into their surge mode, sometimes Beerus will come out with the God of Destruction energy ball. Sometimes he'll come out with the Hakai balls. Like, you don't know. And then sometimes he'll fire that big giant ball, the destructive ball, and then he'll follow up with it with the Hakai and the purple ball. Like, he mixes it up. And it's very refreshing and interesting to play against Beerus. The downside of it all is that there is no level cap. There is no new level cap. So essentially what you're doing, guys, is you're basically training. And that's exactly what this DLC is. It's training. And somebody said in the comments, and they made a very, very, very valid point, that this is preparation for something else that's coming. You see what I'm saying? And that's the way that it was in anime when you think about it. Them training with Whis was preparation for Golden Frieza. And it's speculation that is the next DLC. I don't know. I'm kind of like about that because they still call it an original episode. So that means, yeah, we may get Super Saiyan God, but we might not get it fighting against Beerus. For all we know, we can get it fighting against Beerus and Whis again, and there may not be a Frieza. Or we may fight against Banyu or Android 21 or, and with it being that type of thing, an original episode, they can go any route that they want. But aside from all the negative stuff about the DLC, because, guys, there are negatives. I'm not going to lie to you. And some people say, oh, how can you complain? Because I've followed this game since the day they announced it. I'm invested in this game. I had a vision for it. It's not my game. I can't make it. But when you can see the potential that this game has, and then you see them put out a DLC that doesn't live up to that potential, it is upsetting. And it's not like I'm going to stop playing it. No, the game is still fun, but it's upsetting in the sense that I care about this game, man. I care about this game. It's because if this game fails, we don't get another Dragon Ball Z open world Kakarot. Like, we don't get another game like this. They're going to look and they're going to say, okay, Kakarot, no good. Xenoverse, that was pretty good. Fighters, that was pretty good. Even though Kakarot sold a ton of copies, millions of copies, people are not happy about this DLC. Some are, some aren't. And that's with anything that you have in life. Some people are going to be happy about it. Some people are not. My job is to bring you the truth, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So don't come and say, well, DM, you was just praising the game. Now you talking bad about the DLC. Now you talking good about the DLC. No. What DM is going to do, he's going to tell you what's good. He's going to tell you what's bad. He's going to tell you what's ugly. I am not going to get on here and fake and just praise and push this game because Bandai ain't paying me to push this game. I'm not even going to say I'm pushing the game. I enjoy the game. I like the game. I'm having fun with the game. But even with that being said, there are things that need to be fixed. If I got on here and talk like everything was perfect, that would be a big problem because then I would be a fanboy. And I'm not a fanboy. This game is fun, but this game has major issues that if they are not corrected, you're gonna have people struggling to buy other future season passes. I got the deluxe edition, ultimate edition. People got deluxe ultimate edition. They already got the season pass. But I've seen so many questions. Should I buy the season pass? Should I buy the season pass? Should I buy the season pass? I heard so many people complaining this DLC isn't worth the season pass. Guys, here's what you have to understand about the season pass. The season pass doesn't just include this episode. Okay. Now, if the next episode and the story arc is very lackluster in that, I don't know. Value is what you make of it. $25 to me for 2 episodes and a story arc, that's not expensive to me. I'm sorry, it's not. It all falls on what else is coming along with it, though. You see what I'm saying? Because really, this DLC is like a cheat code, if you will, because the Sacred Water, I mean, you could just play Whis' training and level it up. But I will say this. Because I started a fresh game. And that's in the, I think I did it in this live stream. I may have did it later on in the other one. I know I did it on Twitch. I started a fresh game. And guys, it is a different experience. I literally already am over level 115 with Goku. I've unlocked Super Saiyan God with Goku. And as far as the story goes, I haven't even fought Vegeta yet. No, I've finished the Saiyan Saga. So even if you did it that way, it's a grind. And it makes it feel like you earned it. But it is fun. It's strangely fun. Like playing through Whis' training over and over and over again, it's strangely satisfying. I'm interested to see what's coming next. Guys, I have a very, very strong feeling that there's going to be a major update. The one that releases the card game, that is going to be an update that's going to bring some more stuff aside from that card game to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I think they are going to listen to us. I think they will provide some form of scaling in the time machine, because let's get her off the screen, man. Come on, man. What other point is it to allow us to go back in time without ever even allowing us to fight against them? And why allow us to go in the time machine if we're just going to one-shot everybody? I believe that they know that that's an issue. I believe that they know that the community is concerned about that. So I believe that they are going to fix it. But at the same time, they're probably like, wait a minute, guys, this is a real Dragon Ball game. Super Saiyan God Goku should not go toe-to-toe with Raditz. And I agree with that. However, you have the Dragon Balls. You have villainous enemies. And in the villainous enemies, you do fight a powered up version of Raditz. I'm sitting here thinking about that and I'm like, yeah. But the problem is people want to play back through the story with those transformations. I would like to go back through the story like that and still be able to transform and have somewhat of a challenge besides one shot. And it would be cool, but I get the realism of it. And guys, that's what we asked for. That's what I asked for. I wanted to be able to get stronger in one-shot enemies and stuff like that. But I also want a challenge, and the game needs to, in my opinion, add more of in-game content to the game. Beerus is a phenomenal boss fight. Some people blew through him. Some people was chill with him. But guys, Beerus and Whis, Bandai, CyberConnect 2, future bosses need to be done the same way. I'm excited to see what future bosses that we'll fight. Can you imagine if it goes to Universe 6 and 7 and we face and hit? How awesome that fight is going to be. Just how we were on the edge of our seats watching it. We're going to be on the edge of our seats playing that fight, because Hit has moves that are amazing. And I know it's going to be a tough fight. I love the fight with Beerus because you actually had to figure out a way to beat him. As opposed to the other bosses, you just dodge, fire some key blasts, you wait till they turn red, and you kind of dodge and wait till they go away. With Beerus, it's not so much that way, and especially with Whis, because he has moves to get around that, and so you actually have to figure out a way to beat them, and that's what makes that fight so good. That's what makes the fight so interesting. And please, if you could take anything away from that, I think that we could take that and bring that into the future. Also, Super Saiyan God transformation is an A+ in my book. I give it a 10 out of 10. The combo enhancements are amazing. They're awesome. You feel powerful. It's great. Can't wait to see Super Saiyan Blue. Can't wait to see Ultra Instinct, because I believe we're going to see it. Whis displays Ultra Instinct. Now, how will Ultra Instinct work out in the game? I'll do a video on that later on, but there's some interesting things and theories about that as well. But guys, I want to say thank you for over 2 million views on the channel. Thank you for, 12,000 subscribers. We should be hitting that today. I think we're about 8 away. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Please subscribe. If you leave a like on the video, guys, like, I know you don't think about that stuff, but it's cool. It helps the video to get promoted for more people to be able to see it and share and join this awesome community, guys. I will be streaming today at 3 o'clock on Twitch. So come through, help me to reach affiliate. I have like 2 more days. Come through, hit the follow button, and enjoy the stream, guys. That's all I have for right now. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.